lacunas are emerging in the Mumbai Police's handling of Sushant Singh Rajput death case. A day after the family council pointed out how there was no mention of the time of his death in the post-mortem report, Times now has unearthed more proof allegedly hinting at a go-slow sort of a strategy that was being adopted in investigating this case. Times now has exposed how the Mumbai Police chose to ignore the SOS which was sent by Sushant's family despite all the protocols in place. Rules mandate that it is the state police that is supposed to undertake a threat assessment of high-value targets. And if that is so, why did the Mumbai Police not act in this particular case? For more on this, let's go across to our reporters. Priyank Tripathi and Arunil are joining me live on the broadcast from Mumbai. Priyank, I want to come to you first. Tell us a bit more about how there are several protocols which are well in place for Mumbai Police to follow in case there is a high-value target, and how they were actually left untouched as far as Mumbai Police's case of Sushant Singh Rajput is concerned.
See, Preeti, that is the reason because of which Maharashtra state government is also attempting to back the Maharashtra police, and they have been coming out in open and talking about that how the police officials have been proceeding in the right direction. But if you look at the SOP which any police agency would have been following in case of providing security to any individual who's of high risk target, because everyone knows Sushant Singh Rajput was a celebrity. He had his personal security guard, and in the month of February, the message which Times now broke, the February messages, the SMS, the SOS alert, which was given to the DCP of Bandra, clearly shows that the family members had alerted the Mumbai police regarding a possible threat to the Sushant's life, because a few of the individuals who were close in touch with Sushant Singh Rajput could have attempted to end his life. But no protocol was followed. In ideal scenario, the police official would have raised this issue to a high-level committee at the police headquarters. A meeting would have held, and after consulting with the SIB, which is State Intelligence Bureau, and other individuals of the security wing, the security wing which provides security to individuals, this threat analysis would have been done from their part. One more factor which is need to be highlighted as per this moment is that even if the state police would have taken some more time to do the threat analysis of that particular individual, the Home Minister of the state was very much within his right to provide security to that particular individual if the matter would have been raised to the police headquarters. So from the DCP rank officer, this issue was taken very casually, and that resulted to end of life of Sushant Singh Rajput. So the casual and careless attitude of Maharashtra police, which feels that they are as compared to Scotland Yard police, according to the Home Minister's statement which came yesterday, has failed miserably, which has resulted probably to the end of life of Sushant Singh Rajput, and that issue will certainly be raised whenever the matter will be escalated to high level.
Okay, Priyank, stay with me. If I can bring in Arunil here. Arunil, these gaps in Mumbai Police's investigation are there for everyone to see. At least for the last 1 month, every day there's a new report which suggests that somewhere there was a go-slow policy that the Mumbai Police was adopting, and the opposition claims that that is because the government had directed them to do so.
Well, the dilly-dallying and the callousness of the Mumbai police acting on the instructions of the Maharashtra government, this is what the opposition is claiming, is completely evident now. As Priyank was also mentioning, alarm bells were rung in February itself by the family. Now, it's been the Mumbai police may have preferred to ignore it, which is not right. But after the death of actor Sushant Singh Rajput, at least that time, some measures had to be taken by the Mumbai police. What they were doing is they were interrogating top producers, top directors. But the main person whom the family had a suspicion on, that is Riya Chakrabarti, and the close accomplices who have been interrogated at present, mainly by the ED, they were not really asked tough questions by the Mumbai police. Now, why that wasn't done so, that is the big question that arises. And what the Maharashtra leaders are also doing at present. I mean, if you look at some of the comments coming in from the Mahavikas Aghadi leaders, Sanjay Raut to be precise, very insensitive comments coming in, basically degrading a family which has been mourning the death of their beloved son. And why to do that? I mean, if you haven't done a proper investigation, and only because of that, the family approached the Bihar police. And when the Bihar cops were also there in the city of Mumbai, purposeful roadblocks were created to ensure that they couldn't do their investigation. So why these roadblocks were created? What is that one thing that has been kept hidden by the Mumbai police, which according to the opposition has been acting as per the instructions of the Maharashtra government? That is the big question that arises. And why after more than 2 months also now, not a single FIR being filed in the state of Maharashtra? I mean, the whole of India is now asking for a CBI probe in this case.
Right. There is a continuous pressure on Maharashtra Sarkar. There are so many people, friends, family, relatives, well-wishers, fans, even political leaders across the board who are asking for a CBI inquiry into the case. But the Maharashtra Home Minister believes that Mumbai police is one of the best in the world and they are doing their work very well. Stay with me, both of you, Arunil and Priyanka. I want to play out